Hello, friends. If you are watching this, you're ready for step three, part A. The first part of step three, the persona. So, this part's a little cheesy, but stick with it. It actually works and it helps a whole lot, I promise you. So, let's dig into it. Remember, we're trying to find the ultimate perfect person to buy your product, right? The end goal is to identify a whole market of people who buy things for similar reasons, because if I just sell it to one person, it's not much of a business. In order to do that well, I think the first thing we need to do is identify a persona. So the goal of this is to get as specific as humanly possible. Then we'll generalize from there, because what happens when I'm trying to be as specific as possible is I start to think about the things that are most important when I'm building my business. We actually come back to this persona time and time again in the future as you're making choices and decisions. Like, hey, how would this person, this fictional character we made up, how would they feel about the choice that we're making? It really kind of becomes your North Star, right? You just follow that star and it'll generally take you in the right direction. Or you need to find a new persona. So here's what you do. First, you're going to create a profile of your target end user. The goal of this profile is not to say, like, age, gender, all that we've talked about. Is to get even more specific than that, dig even deeper. Yes, there'll be those initial layers, but what's underneath it? Why do those things matter? So what you'll do under your profile is you'll fill out the following characteristics. You'll have gender, if it's relevant. If it's not relevant, male or female is fine. Age, if it's relevant, what's that kind of age range you're looking for? Income, how much money generally do they make? Are they, and try to put an actual salary on this. Location, is that important? If so, where are they located? Motivation. See, we're getting a layer deep. What motivates them to purchase things? Not just your thing, but things in general. What is their main motivation in life? What do they care about? Is it wealth? Is it happiness? Is it their family? What motivates them? What gets them out of bed every day? What are they afraid of? What are their deepest, darkest fears? The things that they run away from, that also could be a primary motivator. Who are the heroes? This is always a fun one, because somebody's heroes tells you a whole lot about who they are. Where do they go on vacation? Is it somewhere that's relaxing? Are they a European tour kind of vacationer? Do they go stay local? What's their vacation like? Are they a staycation kind of person? Where do they go out to eat? Or what do they have for dinner? Where do they get their news? What kind of entertainment do they watch? And then why, at the very end, would they buy your specific product after you've done all of that? And what you'll see is that after you've discussed these items, you just put them in there and you're digging through it and connecting it back to your idea. What you'll see is you'll get something pretty specific and a pretty clear picture of who you are trying to target with your business. Okay. So here's the cool thing. It could be that you are the perfect end user. You're the person that you want to sell this product to. If you sit there and like, man, I wish this existed because I would buy it today, you might be the end user. And then it becomes very easy to fill out, a little invasive of your privacy, but very easy to fill out that profile. After the profile, it's time to go persona. Profile is general, specific but general. Persona is you're going to create one fictional embodiment of your profile, a person, a human being that you will give a name. And so the guiding question here is, if you have one end user, only one person that represented your ideal customer, what would he or she be like? And this becomes the perfect filter, like I said before, for all of your ideas, your prototype. We'll come back to it time and time again. One group had Doug as their persona, and I heard them say Doug like a billion times by the time we presented. It was on their lips every single day, because what they're really trying to figure out is, what would Doug want? And that really becomes a good guiding principle. So you're going to use profile. You're also going to do additional research, and most of the time you just discuss, who do you think this person would be? And you'll create a fact sheet. Fact sheet will have names, age, address, salary, job, education, all of those things about that person. You'll also create the story of that person. What's their personality? What are their preferences? What's their social life? What are their hobbies, their heroes, their motivation, the music they listen to? And by the end of it, it'll feel like you really know this person. And then you'll talk about the goals of that person's life. What are they working towards? What do they care about? What motivates them? How do they move forward? What do they lack, right? What are they missing out on? What do they wish they had that they don't have? What's painful? What keeps them up at night is a good guiding question. What do they worry about? And then what's their purchasing criteria? What do they order? Do they value the value or performance or function, or do they want to save time? What is the main thing that is prioritized when they purchase a good or service? This is most important. I want quality. I want it to last forever, or I want as cheap as possible. Those are two very different people. Then you add a visual. Most of the time, people don't draw. They find a picture of that person online, which is totally fine. If you're really enjoying it, you could come up with the person that you don't want to sell to, who's the villain. Sometimes this is nonprofits. It's good for them to create an anti persona because they're like, oh, this is who we don't want to be like. And that's it. So if you go under step 3, you'll see I give you the questions and I give you the template for the persona. All of that stuff, you can add as much as you want, but that's the first step creating this persona. Cheesy? Yes. Helpful? Absolutely. Until next time, peace.